proportions. Okay. So we have two types of proportions. One is direct proportion or proportion. The next one is inverse proportions. Okay, so these are the two types of proportions we study. So here, under direct proportion, I'll take a cheetah. A cheetah can run 121 kilometers per hour. That means it will run 121 kilometers in 1 hour. In 2 hours, it can run almost 200 kilometers. It can't run 242 because it's anyway tired. Okay, so it needs at least 2 hours to run the 200 kilometers. So here, if we see the distance traveled is when the distance increases, the time increases. So why can't, if the cheetah can run 121 kilometers in 1 hour, why can't it run the 200 kilometers below that? Because we can't, because the distance is proportion to time. When the distance increase, the time traveled also increase. It's common to everything. When distance, the component of distance increase, the time increases. When the distance reduce, the time travel reduces. So, when the distance reduce, the time reduces. So, what we say is distance is proportional to time. We also write it as x is proportional to y. Okay, so that is with related to direct proportion. In inverse proportion, we have a building. So the client tells me to finish this building within 10 days. So I put 10 men to finish the building in 10 days. Later he says me to finish the building in 5 days. What should I do? If I take 10 men to finish in 10 days, to finish in 5 days, what should I do? I should increase the number of men. So here, when the number of men increase, the construction time or the days spent reduces. When the number of men reduce, the number of days or the construction time increases. This is called inversely proportional. So we write it as number of men are inversely proportional to time or days. Men are inversely proportional to days. It's not men are proportional to 1 over days. Clear? Men are inversely proportional to days. So we write it as x is inversely proportional to y. Clear? So now we'll go for the answer. So what have they told us? It has been estimated that it will take 10 men 6 days to complete a certain task. I don't know what's the task. I'll keep it as x. I need 10 men for 6 days to finish that task. Then what they are saying? Find the number of days it will take 8 men to complete. 8 men to complete the job which is double multiplied by 2. So this is, I'll keep it as days as A or Y days. Okay. So what do we have? 10 men require 6 days to do the task X. What they are asking is, how many days do I need to complete twice the task? So here what I do, I will subject X. One, 2. 1 is equal to 2. 10 men into 6 days equals 8 into Y divided by 2. Cut, cut, I have 4. Cut, cut, I have 3. 2 remaining. Cut, cut, I have 5. Y is equal 5 into 3, 15 days. The next question, factorization. Question number 2. Algebra or algebraic equations or whatever. What do I have? I have 2x squared plus x minus 6. The first thing I should do is what? To convert it to ax squared plus bx plus c format. The first thing I should do is to convert it to ax squared plus bx plus c format. First thing you should do. Okay, so I'll identify what is A. A is plus 2. B is plus 1. C is minus 6. This plus minus is very important. Don't underestimate it. Okay. So then the next type A is plus 2. C is minus 6. I will get minus 12. Minus. Very important. This minus. If I get a minus here, that means if I get a minus here, that means I need to subtract 2 factors of 12 to get this 1. If I get a plus, I need to add 2 values of the factors to get this 1. Here I have got a minus, so it means I need to subtract. Then I will write the factors of 12. 1 into 12. 2 into 6. 3 into 4. Those are the factors. So what did I tell? If this is minus here, I need to subtract 2. 12 minus 1 is 11. Do I need 11? No. Because I need 1. Here B is 1. I need 1. So this is not the answer. 6 minus 2. I have 4. Is that what I need? No, I need 1. Out. 4 minus 3 equals 1. Is that what I need? Yes. That is what I need. Now what I do is, I will write the equation. 2x squared plus 4x minus 3x minus 6. 2x is common. X plus 2. Minus 3 is common. X plus 2. 2x minus 3. X plus 2. That is the answer. If you have any doubts, kids, please drop it in the chat box. I'm looking at the chat box time. By any time, okay, if you can't hear me and if I didn't respond, please call me. Most of you all have my number. Please give me a call. Okay, because if the battery drains down, I won't be able to see. Clear? So please let me know if you can't hear me or if I go unaudible. The next question. So I hope I can take this down, kids. Okay, so that is that. Question number 3. Triangle geometry. Theory. Very straightforward theory which you are being studying from grade 6. Okay. You have a triangle. If you have 3 angles, A, B, and C. A plus B plus C is 180 degrees. Okay. The internal angle of a triangle is 180 degrees. Clear? Okay, good. This is something additional. This is not in your grade 10 or 11 syllabus, but that is there in grade 8. Okay. You can't say when you get a question from that, it's out of syllabus because you have it in grade 8, the syllabus you have studied. Okay. In grade 11, they don't teach you to add 1 plus 1 is 2 because they believe you are in grade 11 because you have the capacity and you are capable of adding 1 plus 1. Clear? Similarly, they assume you are in grade 11 and you are fit enough to write the O-level paper because you know the other things you studied in grade 8 also. Okay? So you can first say it's out of syllabus. Here, when you have a quadrilateral means any shape with 4 sides is called a quadrilateral. Okay? The total internal angle of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. These are additional for you to keep in mind. 316 degrees, 360 degrees. What if you have a pentagon? What if you have a hexagon? What if you have a heptagon? Octagon? Nonagon? How do you find the internal angles? Is the question. For that, we have a certain formula. 2n minus 4 into 90 degrees. That is the formula. Okay. By that formula, for the triangle, n is equal to 3. N means number of sides, 1, 2, and 3. 2 into 3, 6. 6 minus 4, 2. 2 into 90, 180. Here, n is 4. 2 into 4, 8. 8 minus 4, 4. 4 into 90, 360. Here, n is 5. 2 into 5, 10. 10 minus 4, 6. 6 into 90, 540. Here, n is 6. 2 into 6, 12. 12 minus 4, 8. 8 into 90, 720 degrees. Good. Heptagon, n is 7. 7 sides. 2 into 4, 14. 14 minus 4, 10. 10 into 90, 900 degrees. Octagon, 2 into 8, 16. 16 minus 4, 12. 12 into 90, 1080 degrees. Likewise, even for 20 sides, 24 sides, 30 sides, 36 sides, you can find the answer by this formula. Clear? It's very important you knowing it. You can never say you don't know. Okay. This is for internal angles. What do you do for external angles? We'll take a triangle. M plus N plus P is how much? 360 degrees. Okay. For a quadrilateral, this plus this plus this plus this, how much? 360 degrees. Then for a pentagon, what is the sum of the exterior angles? Till 360 degrees. For a hexagon, sum of the exterior angles, 360. What does it mean? No matter how many sides, even though you have 100 sides or 1000 sides, the sum of the exterior angle is always 360. That is constant. It will never change. The sum of the exterior angles is always constant. It does not change. Keep that in mind. Okay? So that is that. The entire summary on polygons and angles. So now we will go for the answer. So what do we have? I have a triangle. I have 80 degrees here. X and 3x. What did I tell? 80 plus x plus 3x equals 180. Why? I know it and I have proved it. 2 into 3, 6. 6 minus 4, 2. 2 into 90, 180. 80 plus 4x equals 180 degrees. 4x equals 180 minus 80. 4x equals 100 degrees. X equals 100 divided by 4. X equals 25. I take this down, kids. Okay. Question number 4. Perimeter and it's under measurements. The section which has most marks in exam is measurements. Area, perimeter, and volume. The section which has most number of marks the exam. Okay. So here, what we are talking about is we have figure, a square, and a quarter circle. Okay. A, B, E, C, and D. Oh, sorry. C and D. 7 centimeters, 90, 90, 7 centimeters. So as quickly as they say 7 centimeters, you should understand if that is 7, it is 7, equal, 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 equal. If this is 7 centimeters, this is the radius. That means this is also 7 centimeters. Okay, so you should be able to figure out that. Next, I will write the sides. Don't take sides from here and there. Okay, don't take sides from here and there. If you're starting from one point, go on anti-clockwise or clockwise. I'm normally used to going anti-clockwise. So that is AB plus BE plus EC plus CD plus DA. So these are the sections. AB is 7 centimeters. I'll put 7 only. BE is 7 plus EC. EC is what? EC is this arc. How do you find the length of an arc? 2 pi r into theta over 360. 2 into 22 divided by 7 into angle is 90 degrees. Total is 360 degrees. Now it's about cutting and chopping. Cut, cut, 4. Cut, cut. 4 cut, 11, 2 remaining, cut, cut. The total is 11 centimeters. So I will add 11 here, plus 7, plus 7. Total is 39 centimeters. That is the answer. Question number 5. I'll take this down, kids. Okay. Question number 5 is fractions. That is the section. When you are doing fractions questions, kids, the first thing you have to follow 4 steps. Now, these steps I'm teaching you just to keep in your head, okay? These are not required when you are doing the exams. Okay. So the first step is finding the common denominator. Which is LCM. So what are the denominators I have here? 1 and 2. I have 1 and 2. Here, I will divide it by 2. 1, comma 1. So the LCM is what? 2. I know it's an easy question, but I'm doing step by step for everyone. The next one, make equivalent fractions. We have 2 fractions here. 4 over x, 1 over 2x. To make it equivalent, okay, here, only x has become 2x. That means it has got multiplied by 2. So the top also should get multiplied by 2. So here it will be 8 over 2x. Here 2x has become just 2x. Multiplied by 1, multiplied by 1. So this becomes 1 over 2x as it is. No problem. The third one is to add or subtract. What do we have? 8 over 2x minus 1 over 2x, 7 over 2x. That is the answer. Okay. Question number 6. Triangle geometry. I'll take the other sections also out. I need some space here, kids. Theory number 1. What do we have? We studied this now. But no problem, I write it again. If you have a triangle, the total internal angle of a triangle is 180 degrees. Worst case, if you get something you don't know, you use this formula. 2n minus 4. Good. That is theory number. Done. Theory number 2. If you have a triangle and two sides of the triangle are equal, it is called what? It's called an isosceles triangle. In an isosceles triangle, if there are two sides are equal, the sides which are opposite to, or the angles which are opposite to the two equal sides are equal. Okay? The angles which are opposite to the two sides are equal. Similarly, if you have a triangle and there are two equal angles, the opposite sides are equal. The theory says if you have two sides equal, the angles opposite to the two sides are equal. This and this. The converse theory says if you have two angles equal, the sides opposite to the two angles are equal. Theory and the converse. Theory and the opposite. Okay, good. So that is for isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle theorem. Okay, good. Okay. Theory number 3. If you have a straight line, no matter how section you divide, total on a straight line will be always 180 degrees. Okay, that will never change. So the straight line angle (180 degrees). The straight line angle is 180 degrees. So the answer what do we have here? We have a triangle. And they have said this is equal to this, that is equal to this. Third degrees. This is A, B, C, and D. So that is the data given to us. Before you go and write anything, okay, before you go and write anything, make sure you always find the answer within the figure itself. If you are capable of finding other answers in the figure, you know what to write and what not to write. Clear? What is our target? To find DAB, to find this angle. The first thing, B triangle, that these are equal. That means isosceles. This is B, then this is also 30 degrees. Because the angles which are opposite to the equal sides are equal. So the remaining is 120. Okay. If this is 120, this angle is 60. If this is 60, then this is also 60. Why? Angles opposite to the equal side. Good. So that is that. So now we'll write step by step. Angle BCD equals angle BDC equals 30 degrees. Why? By theorem 2. Isosceles triangle here. Okay. Then by triangle BCD, DBC plus 30 plus 30 equals 180. Therefore, DBC equals 120 degrees. Done. AC is a straight line. Therefore, ABD plus DBC equals 180. ABD equals 60 degrees. Last one. By triangle ABD, ABD equals DAB equals 60 degrees. Why? By theorem 2. There's no a single step which is unnecessary. Why? Because I know what to write and what not to write. I know where am I heading to. That is the most important thing. Now in the exam, this entire thing is not required at all. Teaching you all this so that you can tackle the part 2 question easily. Okay? So there's no time that we will discuss those. So that is the ultimate motive of this. Talking about this detail. Question number 7. Logarithm. All this time, kids, so this is the type of question we get from logarithm. Either you change from index form to log or log to index form. This is the question we've been getting for a very long time. And that is the first thing you study in log also. Clear? Okay. What have they told? If a to the power x is equal to n, then log of n to the base a equals to x. That is what the theory says. Okay. How do we know it? How can we do it easily without any hassle? A is down, x is top. A to the power x is equal to n, anticlockwise. A to the power x is equal to n. A to the power x is equal to n. Same, same. Follow that method. You don't have to make it a hassle. Okay. So I'll give the answer now. So what is the question? 26.3 equals 10 to the power 1.42. They are asking what? Log 26.3. What does it equal to? We can write it as log 26.3 to the base 10. Therefore, that is equal to what? I have 10, I have 26.3. The only thing missing is 1.42. That is the answer. Give me 1 second, kids. Kids, if you have any questions, please do ask. Don't think twice. It's you who has to do the exam, not us. Okay. The next question. Question number 8. Gain on measurements. Very straightforward question. You can finish it within less than 1 minute. Question number 8. Measurements. Okay. So what we have? A rectangular sheet of paper of area. A rectangular sheet of paper of area 880 centimeters squared. Okay, has been pasted so that it exactly covers the curved surface of a solid right circular cylinder. So I can paste it exactly on this solid right circular cylinder. That means what? That is the curved surface area. It's like this. Like I take this piece of paper, okay, and cover it nicely around this cylinder. Clear? I hope you all can see it, kids. So I can cover it. But this is what? This is a rectangular sheet. Here, the rectangular sheet, I am covering nicely around the cylinder. That means what? That is the curved surface area. What is the curved surface area? This is the curved surface area. Okay, clear? So, here, radius 14 centimeters, find the height. How do you find the curved surface area? Here, this is a ring you have. Okay, that's a ring. To find the perimeter of a ring, what is it? 2 pi r. 2 pi r is the perimeter of a ring. Imagine in your houses, you have certain rings or the bangles of your mothers. If you put all the bangles together, it will form a cylinder. Likewise, imagine this is one bangle. Okay. Perimeter of a bangle is how much? 2 pi r. 2 pi r into h number of bangles will give the area of this. 2 pi r into h. 2 pi r h. That is the curved surface area. 2 pi r h equals 880 centimeters squared. Now we'll solve it. 2 times 22 divided by 7, 14 into h equals 880. It's about cutting and chopping. Cut, gone 2. So I will take h to one side, all the others to the other side. 2 times 22 into 2. Divide by 2, 440. Divide by 2, 220. Divide by 2, 22, 10. Height is 10 centimeters. Question number 9. The first question from circle geometry. Okay. Theory number 1. Okay. When I have a circle, so I have something like this. Okay. This angle and this angle are equal. Similarly, this angle and this angle are also equal. So this is called same segment angles are equal. So how is it derived? If you have a circle, I have a chord. This is center O. So what is a chord? Any line which touches the circumference of a circle in 2 points is called a chord. What is the longest chord in a circle? The long chord in a circle is what? The diameter. The longest chord in a circle is the diameter. So when I draw a chord, this chord divides the circle into 2. Those are called segments. Smaller one is called minor segment. The major one is called the major segment. Minor segment and the major segment. 2 segments. Okay. So when you consider these 2 segments, If I have something like this, or if I have something like this, or if I have something like this, let this be C, let this be B, let this be A. Three at one point. Starts and ends in one point. Starts and ends in one point. If they start and end in one point, they are called same segment angles. A is B equal to C. Are equal. Theory number one. Theory number two. We have a triangle extended outside. Let it be A, B, and this be X. So what we can say about X is exterior angle is equal to the sum of the interior, not this, opposite angles. Exterior angle is equal to the sum of the interior, not this, the opposite angle. X equals A plus B. The exterior angle is equal to the sum of the interior angle is equal to the sum of the interior opposite angle. That is the theory. Theory number two. So these are the two theories you require for this question. So we'll go for. So what do I have? I have a circle. This. A B. Forty 15. So what did we find? The first one. The same segment angles are. So no, what do I have to find? I have to find this. If this is 15, then this angle is also 15. If this is 40 and 15, this is the exterior angle. This is 40 plus 15, 55 degrees. This and this are same segment angle. This. So I can find this. If I take the triangle DEC, this triangle, 40 and 15 are equal to this exterior angle. So now EBC equals DAE equals 15 degrees. Okay. by triangle ADE, DAE plus ADE equals DEC, which is equals 55 degrees. That is the answer. So see, this question, you are very complicated one, but it has nothing inside. It solves without any issues. Very forward. Question number 10. What do we have? X squared minus 36 equals 0. X squared equals 36. X equals root of 36. X equals, if you write only 6, you will get only half the marks. Oh. Sorry, kid. I'll slow down. I'm extremely sorry. Nuha, I'm sorry. 7th question again. Harishan, I will explain it at the end. If I have time, I will explain it again. Okay, so what is the 7th question we have? Definitely. I will come to the question again. Sorry, I have missed the message. Slow down. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I'll slow down. Okay. I'm extremely sorry. Okay. So, okay. For root 30, if you put only 6, you will get only half of the mark. You won't get the full mark because you have to put plus or minus 6. Because plus is also 36. Minus 6 into minus 6 is also 36. So that means the answer should be either plus 6 or minus 6 because you can write this as plus 6 whole thing squared or minus 6 whole thing squared. Answers will give you positive 36. So that's why we write plus or minus 6. If you write only plus 6, you will get only half of the mark. So make sure you don't make that mistake. You write plus or minus 6. Good? I hope this is clear. Okay? Repeat it slowly. Okay, sorry. I bad. Okay. Number 11 is on rate. Everything around you is rate. You are measuring everything with time. Your lifetime, the rate. Because you are measuring it with what? You are measuring it with time. Your exam is a rate. How much marks you can get within 5 hours of your paper. Rate. Clear? The distance you travel, the rate. How much distance you can travel within a given amount of time, rate. Everything in life is compared to time because the time we have is limited. Clear? Everything in life is rate. So rate is any component divided by time is rate. So what is the rate they are asking here now? It takes 18 minutes to completely fill a tank capacity 480 liters with a water using a pipe through which water flows at a uniform rate. Uniform rate. That means if you get 480 liters in 8 minutes, throughout you will get that. It won't change. You don't get 480. You don't get 400. You get 280. No. If it's 480, fixed. You will get 480 throughout. Find the rate through the pipe. So the rate equals capacity divided by time. What is the capacity? 480 liters divided by 8 minutes. So what is that? About cutting and chopping. 8, 480, 60. 60 liters per minute. Good? Okay. Question number 12. Geometry. So here, when we talk about parallelograms, there are certain properties to become a parallelogram. 1, 2, 3, and 4 properties. Okay. Property number 1 should be equal. Okay. The first, the opposite side should be equal. That is the first property. Second one, opposite angles are equal. Third one, diagonal bisects each other. the diagonal bisects each other. The next one, diagonal bisects the area. So these four kids are very important because these are the four properties of a parallelogram. Opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, diagonal bisects each other, and the bisects the area. The properties of a parallelogram. The fifth one is very because in exam, in the part 2 question, whenever they say for you to prove a certain quadrilateral is a parallelogram, you use 90% this theory we are going to study. That is, if you
Sir, we can hear you.
oops, I'll change the battery and come. Thank you for informing. Okay, thank you for informing. Sorry. The battery was down. That's right. Okay. Here, we have four theories of four properties. Opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, diagonal bisects each other, diagonal bisects the area. These are just for mandatory they teach you. Okay. The most important thing is this. In the exam, if they ask you to prove a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, you use 90%. I can go up to 95%. This theory works out. What does the theory say? One pair of opposite side. What is a pair of opposite side? This and this. Or this and this. One pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal. If you can prove one pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal, it is a parallelogram. When one pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal, it's a parallelogram. When one pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal, it's called a parallelogram. Very, very important. 95%, if they ask you to prove a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, this is what works for us. If you can prove one pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal, one pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal, okay, it's a parallelogram. Clear? Good. Now we'll go for the answer. Harnisha, I'll come for your question later, okay? I'll finish this question and I'll come for your question. Okay. Before I go for the answer, we have a square. We have a rectangle. We have a rhombus. Out of these, which one do you think is a parallelogram? I'll give you 1 minute. Just think. I have a square. I have a rectangle. I have a rhombus. Out of these, which is a parallelogram? 3 objects. Which is a parallelogram? The answer is all these 3 are parallelograms. Keep that in mind. Okay. When we talk about triangles, what do we do? If I take triangles, if all 3 sides are equal, it's an equilateral triangle. If only 2 sides are equal, I call it an isosceles triangle. If all the sides are different, I call it a scalene triangle. If the angle is 90 degrees, I call it a right angle triangle. Likewise, for triangles, depending on different properties, when all 3 sides are equal, when only 2 sides are equal, when none of the sides are equal, and when the angle is 90 degrees, I give them a special name: equilateral, isosceles, scalene, right angle. Likewise, the mother of square, rectangle, and rhombus is what? Parallelogram. What have we done from small? We always look for, when there's a parallelogram, something like slanter. We always need something slanted if there's a parallelogram. No. Okay. What are the properties of a parallelogram? Opposite sides are equal. Square, opposite sides are equal. These 2 are equal, these 2 are equal. The special case is all 4 are equal. That's an extraordinary special case. But opposite sides are equal. That's enough for us. Rectangle, opposite sides are equal. That is enough. Rhombus, opposite sides are equal. Enough. What is the next one? Opposite angles are equal. 90, 90, 90, 90. Opposite angles are equal. The special case is all 4 angles are equal. Rectangle, opposite angles are equal. 90, 90, 90. Correct. Here, definitely this angle is equal to this. Angle is equal. Diagonals bisect each other. Yes, yes, yes. Diagonal bisects the area. Yes, yes, yes. That means what? Square, rectangle, rhombus are parallelogram. Clear? Square, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus are parallelograms. Clear? Parallelogram is the mother of square, rectangle, and rhombus. The special case is equal, it's a square. If four angles are equal, it's a rectangle. When all four sides are equal and only two angles are equal, the rhombus. That is how they vary. Good, Fatima? Good. So, this is how it varies. Clear? So, now we'll go for the question. The answer. Okay. The opposite dash of a parallelogram are equal. What are equal? The opposite sides and angles. You can write either one or you can write either both. Sides and angles are equal. The dash of the parallelogram bisected by each of its diagonal. What is? What is bisected by the diagonal? What is bisected? Area. Area is bisected by the diagonal. Clear? Only four things meant. Opposite sides are equal. Opposite angles are equal. Diagonal bisects each other and the diagonal bisects the area. Keep it simple. But the fifth one is very important for you to get the part 2 question done. If you can prove one pair of the opposite sides are parallel and equal, then you can tell any quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Good? Okay. Next one, probability. Probability. Question number 13. Okay. So what do we have here? Under probability, the first thing we studied, probability of A equals number of elements in A divided by total number of elements in the sample space. So this is the first one we studied as the equation for probabilities. Good? Okay. The next one we studied in sets, we studied number of elements in A union B equals number of elements in A plus number of elements in B minus number of elements in A intersection B. So this is what we studied in sets in grade 10. Now what we do is we divide this entire thing by sample space, sample space, sample space, sample space. So what do we get? What we get is probability of A union B equals probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Okay. So this is the first one we studied under probability. This is the second one. Good. After this, we studied three main sections under probabilities. The first one, mutually exclusive. What does it mean? Mutually exclusive. What does it mean? Mutually exclusive means mutual means common, exclusive means without, nothing in common. Mutually exclusive. Mutually means common, exclusive means without. That means without anything common. Okay? If I don't have anything in common, what will happen to this equation? It becomes probability of A union B equals probability of A plus probability of B. Why? Because this section becomes 0. There's nothing intersecting. That is 0. So where it is mutually exclusive, A union B is probability of A plus probability of B. Clear? Good. The next one. The second one, what we did is complementary events. In complementary events, what we studied is probability of A plus probability of A dash equals 1. So we'll write it as 1 minus probability of A. Probability of an event and probability of complement of an event. It's not only for A and A, for any events. Okay, as an example, listen to this carefully. Any events, it can be probability of A union B plus probability of A union B, the whole thing dash. That is also equal to 1. It can be probability of A intersection B dash plus probability of A intersection B dash, whole thing complement. That is also 1. So what does this mean? A set and the complement of the set, when you add both, that is 1. It's only A and it's not only A and A. Any set and the complement of the set. I have a set A union B, A union B dash. This one. A intersection B dash, A intersection B dash, whole thing dash. It's also 1. No matter how ugly this gets, if it's a set and the complement of the set, it is always equal to 1. Clear? Don't always go look for this A. It's a set and the complement of the set. A dash, B dash, A intersection B, A intersection B dash, A union B dash, A dash intersection B dash, A dash intersection B dash, everything dash. Set and the complement. A set and the complement of the same set is always equal to 1. Keep that in mind. Okay? Set and the complement. The third one, what we studied is mutually exclusive and independent events. What does it mean? When two events happening and one event is not impacting the occurrence of another. I'm tossing a coin, okay, and I'm rolling a dice. Just because I get a head, I can't tell I will get an even number in the dice. Just because I get a tail, I can't tell I will get an odd number in the dice. This is independent, this is independent. This doesn't depend or influence the occurrence of the event of the dice. That is called independent events. When one thing does not impact the other one. Clear? Good. This is independent. This is independent. So when I talk about independent events, the main formula I have is probability of A multiplied by probability of B equals probability of A intersection B. That is what we have. This is the entire short note of probability. You can't get anything other than that. Okay, good? Okay. That is that. So the question or the answer for the question is, what are they talking about? Find the probability of getting either a multiple of 2 or multiple of 3 when a fair die is, its side is numbered from 1 to 6 is rolled. Multiple of 3 and multiple of 6. So what is the total number of outcomes we have? I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total number of outcomes of the sample space is 6. Out of that, let set A be getting multiple of 2 or 3. What can I get? I can get 2, 3, 4, or 6. Number of elements in A is how much? 4. Probability of A equals number of elements in A divided by number of elements in the sample space. 4 divided by 6, answer is 2 divided by 3. That is the answer. I'll take this down, kids. Okay. Now only the paper is getting fired up. All this time, Hikma, yes, I will think. And Harnisha, for your question, the 11th question, you can't write liters per second because what they asked is 480 liters in 8 minutes. So definitely the answer has to be liters per minute. It can never be liters per second. This is wrong. You have to give the answer in liters per minute. Okay. But if they ask you to write in liters per second, then you have to convert this to seconds and write it. Don't convert this to seconds and write in liters per second if the question is given in minutes and liters, okay? Because in their paper marking or the marking scheme, the answer is correct because convert liters per second and write. But the answer might not be there in their marking scheme, okay? And don't do not required, man, not required, because if you can give it in liters per minute, if they haven't specified the units, then don't think about it again. Just write it and move out. Okay. If they specify the unit, yes. I don't think in this question they specified the unit, right? And Hikma, yes. I will send the recording. I will upload it to YouTube by tomorrow and I will send the recording. Okay. Question number 14. It's on circle geometry. Okay. So what do we have here? I have a circle. No. Before that, I have certain theories to talk about. Theory number 1. Let me take a circle with center O. Okay. When I have two lines like this, okay, this divides the circle into two sectors, major sector and the minor sector. Sectors. This divides the circle into sectors, minor sector and major sector. What I do is I'll extend this and connect it on the major sector. Okay. Now I have connected it. What does the theory tell me? The theory tells me angle subtended at the center is twice the angle subtended at the circumference. That is the theory. What does the theory tell me? Angle subtended at the center, this is the center, is twice the angle subtended at the circumference. Okay. Center is double than the circumference. If this is 2x, this is x. Angle subtended at the center is twice the angle subtended at the circumference. Don't memorize this. Please don't. You draw this figure, you develop your own way of writing the theory. If you sit and memorize this, maths will become like science. Maths will become like literature. Maths will become like history. Maths is never about memorizing. Maths is about understanding and writing the things in your own way. Okay. If you start memorizing, this will become another history lesson for you. Don't do it. You know how the figure is worked out. Develop your own way of writing. This way of writing is what I developed for myself. You develop your own way of writing any theory. Complementary. Shruti, I will get back to you after explaining this. Okay. Okay. So here, so that is that. Angle subtended at the center is double the angle subtended at the circumference. Good? Okay. Now what we do? We have seen this figure in the textbook. In wherever also we draw this figure, we always look for this figure. It's not the figure. It's the theory. Okay? This theory can take several forms. Center, 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 center. This figure can be something like this. This can be something like this. This can be something like this. This can also be something like this. Okay? It won't be like this all the time. What does the theory tell us? Angle subtended at the center. This is the center. This is the angle. It can be 2y. Angle subtended at the center is twice the angle subtended at the circumference. 2y and y. Angle subtended at the center. This can be 2a. Is twice the angle subtended at the circumference. What is this? A. Angle subtended at the center is twice the angle subtended at the circumference. Good. Angle subtended at the center is twice the angle subtended at the circumference. This will not only take this shape, it can take any shape as it is want, as long as the theory is fulfilled. What is the theory? Angle subtended at the center. All these are centers. Center, 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 center. Angle subtended at the center is twice the angle subtended at the circumference. The angle at the center, if it's 200, at the circumference it is 100. 120, 60. 300, 150. 140, 70. Clear? Angle subtended at the center is twice the angle subtended at the circumference. So it's about the theory, not the figure. Okay? The next one. Theory number 2. It is a derivation of theory number 1. Okay? So what do we do is, let this be the center. We have something like this. What I do is, the arm I have here, I will slowly shift it up. and I will bring it in line with the other line. When I bring that in line with the other line, what happens is the entire system changes. It becomes something like this. Okay. If this is the center and this is in one line, what does it mean? This is the diameter. If that's the diameter, the angle at the center is how much? 180. If that is 180, what did I theory say? Angle subtended at the center is twice the angle subtended at the circumference. If this is 180, then this is 90. That's why we say angle in a semicircle. Angle in a semicircle is a right angle. Why do we call it a semicircle? The diameter divides the circle into two, half and half. That's why we call it a semicircle. The diameter divides the circle into two. That is the second theory. Theory number 3. What is theory number 3? We have a circle. We have a quadrilateral inside a circle. Then what do we call it? A cyclic quadrilateral. A quadrilateral is any shape with 4 sides. If the quadrilateral sits on the circumference of a circle, it's called a cyclic quadrilateral. Whenever quadrilateral sits on 4 sides of a circle, it's called a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay. So here, what do we know is, if this is A and this is B, if this is C and this is D, what can we say is, the opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral is 180. The opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degrees. Or complementary or supplementary. Sorry, supplementary. My bad, supplementary. The sum of the opposite sides of a cyclic quadrilateral is supplementary. Okay. Theory number 4. The same thing what we studied earlier. But I'm putting this again for you to understand. Now, up to the 14th question, we have used this theory 3 times. That is the importance of this theory. You have a triangle. The sum of the interior angle of a triangle is 180. If you don't find it, 2n minus 4 into 90 degrees. N is the number of sides of a polygon. I will come for this, Yusuf. Go for the answer. So these four theories have to be in your mind to answer the question. Okay. PQ is the diameter. So whenever you say PQ is the diameter, first thing that should come into your mind is it's going nowhere. It's coming to this. You should know the angle is going to be 90 degrees. P, Q, R, S. 110 X. So the theory that is given, or the detail that is given to me is, PQ is the diameter. If PQ is the diameter, what should I know? If this is the center, if this O, this is 90 degrees. That is 90. I have to find X. I need to know this. What is the next thing? PQRS. All four vertices are on the circle. Then that means PQRS is a cyclic quadrilateral. What did we study? In a cyclic quadrilateral, kids, I hope everything is fine. Getting a call. You can hear me, right? Okay. The next thing, in a cyclic quadrilateral, the sum of the opposite sides are 180. If this is 70, this 110, this is 70. 90 plus 70, 160, this is how much? 20 degrees. See, even though the question looks very complicated, if you know your subject, you know what to do. Question is very simple. Okay. So here, what do I write? PRQ is 90 degrees. Why? By theory 2. Then PSR plus PQR equals 180. Why? By theorem 3. Therefore, PQR equals 70 degrees. By triangle PQR, 90 plus 70 plus X equals 180. X equals 20 degrees. Okay. The one kid, they was asking about this. Okay. We'll say, initially you have this. This is the arm. So what I do is, I will slowly shift this arm so that it is equal to the other arm, like this. I hope you can see. It's like this. When this is like this, so that means this is a straight line. So I will make sure this is a straight line. And the center is here. Then this straight line becomes what? The diameter. If that becomes the diameter, the angle at the center is what? 180 degrees. If that is 180, what did our theory say? Angle subtended at the center is twice. Angle is double the angle at the circumference. If this is 180, then this is half of it, 90. That is how this theory is formed. This is just, I'm teaching you This theory is the derivation of this. I'm teaching you the backup. Theory number 2 is the derivation of theory number 1. It's not a totally different theory. Yusuf, is it clear? Perfect. Okay. Question number 15. Question number 15. The percentages. The second most marks are given by percentages. First is measurements, area, perimeter, volume. Second is percentages and data representation. Both of them will give you almost 12 marks out of 100. 17 from measurements, 12 from percentages, 12 from data representation. 17, 12, 12. 41 marks out of only 3 sections. You are pass. 40 marks means pass. Out of that, you just go ahead whether you want a B or A. Just 3 sections. Area, perimeter, volume, percentages, data representation will give you 41 marks out of 100. You are pass. Don't say you will ever fail maths. Just 3 sections will give you 41 marks. Very clear. Area, perimeter, volume, percentages, data representation. 3 sections will give you 41 marks. You are pass. You decide whether you want to settle yourself at a B or a A. Just 6 sections out of the 12 sections that we are going to study will give you 71 marks. Clear? It's very easy. Maths is very easy, man. You never have to memorize anything. If you start memorizing maths, it's hard. Whenever somebody is teaching maths, don't focus on writing, focus on understanding. The thing is, you learn maths, science, history, literature, everything the same way. Science, history, literature, the way you learn is different when you compare to maths. Maths is only about understanding. No matter you do thousands of sums, if you don't understand how to do it. If you understand just one sum, how to do it, for your entire lifetime, you will never forget it. You only have to know, if I get the data like this is how I do it. That's it. If that data is given, this is how I do it. If this is given, this is what I do it. It's not like other subjects. Okay? In science, if they ask what is photosynthesis, you should be able to write the description or you should be able to define it. Maths, they won't ask that. Even though they ask a theory, you can write it in your own words. You don't have to memorize. This is not literature. It is maths. You only have to know that you understood, you know what you are doing. Clear? Maths is simple. Don't make it complicated. Clear? Don't study maths, or of course, don't study maths. Okay? Maths is about understanding. So even when I'm doing the sum, don't focus on writing, kids. Never, never, never do it. Maths, just look at it like a movie. Focus. If you know, if you break one question, that is enough to lift up your confidence throughout your lifetime. A-level mathematics is nothing for you. It's just breaking out that one question. It's overcoming that friction for the first time. That is more than enough to drag you through your entire life. You will do a PhD in mathematics. Clear? Just one sum. Okay. Percentages. Under percentages, we studied two sections. Taxes and interest. We divide tax into two again. Direct tax and indirect tax. We studied three types. Indirect tax, we have several types, but studied only one. We have rate, custom duty, income tax. Here we studied about VAT, value added tax. Under interest, we studied three sections. Simple interest, compound interest, interest on reducing balance. This is the entire theory you studied under percentage. Okay. Rates. Rates are taxes that are imposed on fixed assets, land, building, houses. You might be thinking, my father is owning a house. We don't have to pay for anyone. You have to pay for the government. For owning the land, for owning the building, for owning the house, you're paying a tax for the government. It is called the rate. You pay it every 3 months, or you can pay it annually. No problem. That depends. Rate changes from region to region. The rate in Kandy is different to the rate in Colombo 7. If a house is rated, valued and everything, the rate is, you are paying 1,200 in Kandy. The rate you are paying in Colombo 7 is like 120,000. Okay. Where you have the house also matters. It's not like having a house in Kandy is similar to having a house in Colombo 7. If you are paying 120 or 1,200 there, you have to pay 120,000 in Colombo 7. Rates changes according to the proximity to infrastructure facilities and other facilities around you, and how high, it's a very high residential or a low residential or it's a commercial area, your rate value changes. Those are rates. Next one, custom duty. I am buying this pen. This pen is not made in Sri Lanka. It's made in China. Okay. If I'm buying this pen from the shop downstairs, okay, the shop owner has to buy this pen from a wholesale dealer. The wholesale dealer talks to another person who imports these pens from China. Okay. So these pens are brought down because I am creating a demand. Because I want this pen. I am asking for this pen. That's why they bring it down. Clear? So why don't we eat? Why don't we have any canned snakes or any reptiles in Sri Lanka? Because nobody is eating them. Because nobody is creating that demand. That's why we don't have canned snakes or canned reptiles in Sri Lanka. Because we haven't created any demand. Nobody is asking for them. Even though they bring it down, they have to take it up or just throw it. Because nobody eats here. So for the pen, I'm creating the demand. Okay, so that's why they are bringing down the pen. Clear? Even though I pay in rupees, the person who is exporting has to send out dollars from the country. He can't pay in rupees. Sri Lankan rupee is not accepted around the world. It's not universally accepted. Even though I pay in rupees, the final exporter has to pay in dollars. Money is going out from the country in dollars, not in rupees. To mitigate that, to avoid it to a certain level, what we impose is custom duty. When you import or export items, we have a certain tax called the custom duty to mitigate the amount of dollars moving out of the country. That is the main reason. So that is custom duty. Income tax. Income tax is not only your salary. Income. That means your entire income. You might have a house which is given for rent. You might have a business that is running. You might be doing classes and earning some money. You might be having a fixed or a full-time job and getting a salary. Income is the combination of all those. Not only your fixed income. Clear? Income means everything. All the sources of income. So here also, to mitigate the money stagnated in one person, to make sure money is floating throughout the country, they give a small, not small, okay? They impose a certain amount of income tax. Okay, that is income tax. VAT, indirect. These taxes you pay separately. They show the tax component separately whenever you have to settle them. Clear? VAT. If I buy a pen downstairs from the shop, there is a 18% VAT component for this pen. If the exact value of this pen is 100 rupees, I have to pay 118 rupees. They will not say the exact amount of the pen is 100 and you have to pay a VAT of 18 rupees. No, the value of the pen is 118 rupees. That's it. If you want to buy. If not, go. Tata buy. Clear? That is VAT. That's why we call it indirect tax. If you are going and buying a small bun from Pereira and Sons for 90 rupees, 18% tax is there. 18%, which is 50 rupees. For 50 is 9 rupees. So you are paying 59 rupees for the bun, which is worth 50 rupees. They won't say the bun is 50, the tax is 9 rupees. No. Combined together, the bun is 59 rupees. You buy or you leave. That's it. That's why we call it indirect tax. Clear? So here, we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 types. For all these 6 types, don't memorize separate formulas. It's just one formula for all. Keep that in mind. So what is formula? Tax or interest is equal to value into tax percentage. That's it. If it's rate equals value into rate percentage. If it's custom duty, duty equals value into duty percentage. If it's income tax, tax equals income into income tax percentage. If it's simple interest, interest equals loan or deposit into simple interest percentage. If it's compound interest equals loan or deposit into compound interest percentage. Clear? It's just one equation which you can solve for this entire percentage section. You don't have to remember or memorize it for everything. One thing covers all. Keep it very simple. I'll go for the answer here. Okay. Find the income tax that a person who earns an annual income of 800,000 rupees has to pay according to this table. So what do we have here? He's earning how much? 800,000 rupees. Out of this 800, 500,000 is tax free. For the next 300,000 rupees, he has to pay a tax of, this is free of tax. Here he has to pay a 4% tax. Tax is what? Value into percentage. What is the value? 300,000 into 12%. 300,000 into 12 over 100. Cut. 36. Sorry, 4%. No, my bad. 4. 12,000 rupees. The tax. Clear? Are we good? So we have done almost 15 questions out of the 25. Okay. I'll keep the rest of the 10 for next week because I won't be able to finish all the 10 in the next 20 minutes. Okay. This is it, kids. O level is not something for you to get scared of. Clear? This is the place where you are starting your journey. So make sure you don't complicate it. Keep it simple. Work smart. Find smarter ways to do things. Okay? If you're just a hard worker, you will be always working for someone who is above you. If you're a smart worker, you will be beyond that level. If you have smart working plus hard working, you will lead everyone. Clear? You will lead the world. You will win the world. That's it. Hard work plus smart work is required wherever you go. Clear? That is it. O level is not something for you to get scared of. It's just another examination and it's a very easy thing. Okay, every one of y'all will get through. My advice is, as always, enjoy every moment that you spend with your friends. Cherish everything that you do with your friends. That is the most important thing. Okay, collect as much as memories that you can. Cherish every moment and collect as memories much as you can. This is the most important thing. Because the friend sitting next to you might not be with you when you are doing A-levels. He or she might be doing bio and you might be doing maths. You are separated. Okay, so enjoy every time that you friend or when you are staying as a gang of friends. That is the most important thing. Okay, so that's it, kids. So we are doing the rapid revision tomorrow in Candy. Okay, so the grade 11 theory is over for us. So the theory class is changed or shifted to a rapid revision section. Okay, so most of the seminars will fall on to that rapid revision also. The seminars which require only a 3 to 4 hour section will fall on to that, and the 8-hour sessions will go on. So the next seminar that is upcoming is the circle geometry. Most probably we might not have in the following week, the week after. Okay, but I will let you know if there's any changes. I'll put it on the group. Okay, kids. Thank you so much. So I hope you gathered something out of the today's 1.5 hour session or 2 hour session. Sorry, 2 hour session. Okay. Kids, is there anything for me to for you to ask? Okay. If you have any comments, if you have any sections that I know I need to slow down, I'm sorry, I will slow down. Okay. So that comment I'm getting all the time. I'm sorry. Okay. So I'll slow down. Okay. Other than that, if you have any comments for me, please drop it down. I hope everyone have my number. You can drop it down. Okay. And thank you, kids. Thank you for joining. So have a great night. Don't sleep now. You have still time to study. Have a good meal. Get refreshed, and sit again and do some work. Okay. Thank you, kids. I'll catch you up next week with the rest of the questions. Thank you, kids. Have a great night.